So you're standing there on the 50-yard line, cleats sinking into the red Martian dust. In front of you, a massive stadium dome shimmers under the weak sun. To your right, the colossal Valles Marineris Canyon, a mile deep and 2,500 miles long, stretches toward the horizon. But the wind whipping past you carries a different sound, the roar of 70,000 spectators, their cheers and jeers echoing oddly in the thin alien atmosphere. All around you, giant screens display replays of the nail-biting action unfolding on the field. You glance down at your wrist, checking the time, or rather the times. There are two clocks, one on Earth, the other on Mars. For a moment, you're playing in a game watched by two planets. But how does football work on Mars? The idea seems preposterous. How could anything as quintessentially Earth as American football survive the journey to another planet? But here's the thing. Mars changes everything. Gravity is only 38% of Earth's. Every step sends players soaring twice their height. That adds an entirely new element to the game. A quarterback's throw could spiral the ball halfway across the field. On the flip side, a kick could send the ball hurtling toward the horizon, never to be seen again. And that's not even factoring in the wind. Mars doesn't have enough atmosphere to create the swirling vortexes we see on Earth, but those challenges also make for incredible athletic moments, ones that would redefine football as we know it. Tackles, instead of being bone-crunching collisions, become graceful, almost balletic events as players drift through the air, momentarily weightless before returning to Earth, or should I say Mars. Field goals become high-altitude jumps as kickers launch themselves into the air to extend the range of their kicks. Punts could travel forever unless, of course, they run into one of Mars's many obstacles, craters, rocks, or the occasional dust devil. In that case, field position becomes an entirely new aspect of the game. But all these spectacles come with danger. How do you keep players safe in such a hostile environment? One cracked helmet seal, one broken suit, and a player could lose their career, maybe their life, in seconds. Then there's the science. Temperatures on Mars can plummet to -80 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Without a fully climate-controlled stadium, frost would creep across the field, freezing cleats into the turf. And that brings us to oxygen. Each breath a player takes on Mars must be supplied from an oxygen tank concealed within their bulky gear. Every sprint, every tackle drains precious life support seconds. Staying hydrated is another challenge. Water is scarce on Mars. Perhaps futuristic suits will include hydration packs or internal water recycling systems. All these challenges force us to reimagine every aspect of the game. What's a touchdown on Mars? Does it change based on how the ball crosses the goal line? What about field goals? How do we measure success in such a radically different environment? These questions are just the start. Mars tests our rules, our strategies, our very understanding of the game. It forces us to innovate. Think about it. A traditional football broadcast is an immersive experience, complete with live commentary, replay angles, and slow-motion reviews. But on Mars, things change. Cameras would have to capture the unique Martian conditions, the thin atmosphere, the pale sunlight, the rust-colored dust. Some cameras might be mounted on helmets to give viewers a first-person perspective of what it's like to play in such a strange environment. Others would be positioned around the stadium to capture the reactions of the fans. The experience would be part sporting event, part virtual reality simulation. It's a chance to explore a new world and its challenges while cheering for your favorite team. New technologies emerge to overcome the obstacles of playing on another planet. But how does that happen? The first step involves terraforming Mars, transforming its frozen wasteland into a more hospitable environment. This step-by-step process would create a more Earth-like environment, allowing for the construction of large-scale structures like enclosed stadiums. Building these stadiums would require advanced materials and construction techniques. Transparent materials like polycarbonate or advanced alloys could be used to create vast domes, protecting players and spectators from the harsh Martian environment. The interiors could feature retractable roofs for natural ventilation during milder hours. These structures would not only house the games, but also serve as hubs for human activity on Mars, integrating sports with living quarters, research facilities, and recreational areas. The next step is growing food. Sustainable agriculture would be essential for long-term human habitation on Mars. Genetically modified crops suited to Martian conditions could be cultivated indoors in controlled environments or outdoors in greenhouses. These food sources would sustain players and the wider community, ensuring a steady supply of fresh produce. Now let's talk logistics. Establishing a supply chain on Mars would involve developing robust transportation systems. Autonomous rovers and drones could transport goods between settlements and resource extraction sites. Underground tunnels or low-pressure pneumatic tubes could move equipment quickly and safely. The efficiency of these systems would be crucial for delivering supplies to the stadiums on time, ensuring the smooth execution of any game. Finally, training on Mars would be an ongoing process. Athletes could train in simulated Martian gravity environments to prepare for the unique challenges of movement on the red planet. The development of new training programs and equipment specifically designed for Martian conditions would be essential. As humans adapt to life on Mars, training would evolve, incorporating the latest technologies and knowledge to optimize performance. Playing football on Mars isn't just a sport, it's a feat of human innovation, a dance between tradition and progress. As we face the challenges of adapting this beloved game to the red planet, we also forge a path for humanity's future among the stars. It's a story that extends beyond the gridiron, reminding us that the greatest challenges often spark the brightest innovations and the most breathtaking spectacles. So when you hear the roar of the crowd at the first Martian Super Bowl, know that you're witnessing more than a game. You're seeing the triumph of human spirit, determination, and our unyielding passion for pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Additionally, the timeline for such endeavors remains uncertain, possibly spanning several centuries. While constructing enclosed stadiums on Mars is theoretically feasible with current technology, the immense logistical complexity of material transport and resource extraction make it a formidable task. Nevertheless, the concept serves as a catalyst for innovation, inspiring advancements in fields such as engineering, material science, and environmental technology. The challenges associated with playing football on Mars drive us to explore and develop new solutions that could have applications far beyond the realm of interplanetary sports. Moreover, the idea sparks our imagination, encouraging us to dream big and envision the possibilities of human exploration and settlement on other planets. It reminds us that the seemingly impossible can become reality with sufficient determination and technological advancement. Furthermore, the notion of a Martian Super Bowl highlights the unifying power of sports, bringing people together regardless of geographical boundaries. Just as the Olympics foster international camaraderie, a hypothetical Martian football game could symbolize unity and cooperation between Earth and Mars, representing a shared achievement of humanity's exploration and colonization efforts. In conclusion, while the prospect of a fully realized Martian football stadium with terraformed terrain and climate-controlled domes is currently beyond our reach, the idea serves as a potent catalyst for innovation, inspiring advancements in various scientific and technological domains. If this vision of the future got your imagination buzzing, hit that subscribe button for more wild scenarios. Smash that like button so more adventurers can find this video, and drop your craziest what-if idea in the comments. I might just turn it into our next journey.